Hey guys, Professor Fernandez here, introducing Module 5. Module 5 is primarily going to deal with that horrific institution known as slavery, with additional discussions on women in the antebellum South. Women rarely get discussed during this time period, and the rise, or the beginnings more like, of the American factory. Now, Module 5 is going to be a little bit different, and I want to stress that, so hopefully everyone's watching this intro video in that, and I have it up here, is that just like usual, you'll have a Part A and a Part B. Part A will include readings if you're required to read from the Blue Book, Chapter 10, the entire Chapter 10, including the secondary sources and the primary sources. Chapter 10 is also titled History from the Bottom Up, meaning historians' view and interpretation of documentation from people at the lower levels of society. And of course, in this case, I'm talking about enslaved people. So I want you to focus on the documentation from the slave class, the enslaved people we're talking about. You'll have a reading quiz, just like usual, quiz A, based on everything in chapter 10. You'll have that video lecture post regarding slavery. I subtitled it That Peculiar Institution because you'll sometimes hear historians, especially Southern historians, call it that peculiar institution, kind of downplaying the horrific nature of slavery. So you have that. Part A will actually, and chapter 10, will have the document you'll be doing your written analysis on. The written analysis is from the document in chapter 10, A Slave Letter to His Former Master. A Slave's Letter to His Former Master. I want to warn you, and I'm being serious about this, is that you need to use the book. Why? Because if you were trying to get away from using the book, or maybe you didn't get the book, there's many slave letters out there on the internet, and you're going to write an analysis on the wrong document. So you have to use the document from chapter 10 titled A Slave's Letter to His Former Master. Other than that, I'm not going to grade another document. It has to be from the book. Okay. Part B of the module follows the same outline you've had in prior modules. You'll have the required readings, which has pages also from the book, another chapter, page 254 to 269. Read those. Has more to deal with women during this time period. And also I have a PDF. I want to let you know that the PDF has no documents. Well, then why'd I put it on there, right? The PDF is basically a prologue for this time period. So I wanted to give you a description of the time period, even though there are no documents that I'm having you read regarding that PDF. All right. You have a reading quiz, quiz B, just like usual, based off of the pages in the textbook and possibly off the prologue, the description in the PDF. You'll have the lecture, The American Factory, and the lecture, The New Roles for White Women. Now, here's the change. Here's the change, everybody. We're not going to have a Flipgrid weekly video post this module. And the reason being is, that slavery is such a horrific institution. It's very personal to some. It should be personal to every American. Take stock in our history, right? But what I want to do, and also to give you guys a break from the weekly posts, which some people maybe have a little bit more difficulty than others, is if this was a face-to-face class, I started showing the movie 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave. As a historian, I find the depiction of that horrific institution fairly accurate. Now, there are some issues regarding Hollywood and changing things a bit, but these are the actual accounts from an actual slave that is forced into slavery, who was a freedman in the North, and basically kidnapped and brought to the South to work and be a slave. So I have put in a link into the module, and I want to show you how to do this. And I have to do this as a professor, so I'm going to take me out of the student view. So here on module 5, you will see, you don't see it now, well, maybe I'll have it active by that time. You'll see 12 Years a Slave. You'll see 12 Years a Slave, and in fact, let me make it active right now. Okay, so under the module, you'll see weekly analysis posts, and I have it bolded. No weekly post this module, but you need to view the movie. You need to view the movie. I don't give you an assessment on the movie because the movie is so horrific and personal. It would be unfair for me to try to grade your response to that. But I want you to watch the movie. You're required to watch that movie, which may be used towards the end of the semester as a reference, but I will get into that in the upcoming weeks. So you would just click on this link right here. It says 12 Years a Slave. Click on the poster to link to the movie. So you click on 12 Years a Slave. And right here, the poster pops up as I move my cursor. And then you click on the poster. And it's going to take you to Northwest Vista because this is an official link for college purposes. That's how we get to see the movie. And you would hit View Now. It's pretty self-explanatory, by the way, but you hit View Now. And it will take you to the Northwest Vista. For some of you, it'll take you to a Northwest Vista site. It'll ask you for your student ID and your username. Username is usually what your email address is. Mine is pfernandez5@alamo.edu. So mine would be pfernandez5. And then my ID number is 900. I'm not going to tell you, right? But you would fill that in. Since I've done that before, it shot me right to the movie. This is what the movie website looks like. And this is who the school uses, Criterion. And all you do, as you can see here, gives you a synopsis of the movie, is you click, if you want to see the movie, just normal movie, right, in English, or if you want to see the movie with subtitles, with English subtitles. So I am going to click English only. So you just click on that. And it takes a couple of seconds here. But eventually what will pop up is the actual movie. I'm not sure if it's going to let me do it since I'm recording this. And you know how sometimes you don't want, it won't let you record Hollywood movies here. So I think it's going to block me. But when you click English only or English audio, it's going to pull up the movie and you can make it big screen or not. Oh, there it is. So you see how you have it down here and you can make it big with that. And here's the movie. So it's the entire movie. You can pause it. If you have 12 Years a Slave, maybe you have, I don't know if it's on Netflix or Amazon or whatever. You can watch it in whatever medium you want. Netflix, Amazon, iTunes, whatever. But this is free and this is part of the college. This is going through Canvas. So you have that option to use this. So let me get out of here. So there's the movie. So you are required to watch the movie before, well, how would I know, right? So you can watch it at your leisure, but it will come back up again probably towards the end of the final project we have, and you may be able to reference this movie. So it's a powerful movie. It can be disturbing it should be disturbing to most, but I'm kind of giving you a little bit of a break regarding the Flipgrid post, but I want you to watch this movie. So I'm giving you that option towards the end of this module, at the end of this module. So that is module 5. So the only difference is there's no Flipgrid post at the end. It's just basically you watching the movie whenever you get a chance to watch it via this link or via iTunes or Netflix or Amazon or Showtime or HBO, wherever it's located, but I have given you a link to the movie. We'll start up again next Friday with module 6, and we'll go forward from there. Have a great week, great module, and I will talk to you again. Bye.